The Neuro Toolkit app was created by a vascular neurologist. It contains a lot of commonly used neurology and neurosurgery grading scales. Some of these include scales revolving around strokes and TIAs, subarachnoid hemorrhage, AVMs, intracerebral hemorrhage, coma, concussion, and sedation, outcome scores, epilepsy, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, migraines, geriatric depression, and more. Now I'm going to take you through how to use the Neuro Toolkit app. When clicking on the app from your main screen, this will be the first screen that comes up. This can be considered the home screen, and by clicking on any of the titles, it will take you to a specific scale. Let's start by clicking on the TIA, stroke, and ICH scale button. This should be the next screen that you see. Let's start by clicking on the NIH stroke scale. You could click on any of the below scores or scales and enter in the information, but today I will use the NIH stroke scale as an example. The first screen that comes up is this 1A level of consciousness. This is the first section of this scale. You would enter in 0, 1, 2, or 3 depending on what your patient is presenting with. If you click the info button on the top left, this will give you further information. Let's start by clicking on that. On many of the screens in this app, there are info buttons like this one. By clicking on it, it will explain the section of the scale. In this example, it gives an explanation of the level of consciousness. By clicking the back option, it will take you to the original screen. After entering the information based on your patient in the 1A section, it automatically takes you to the 1B. Again, you would answer this based on how your patient is presenting. Throughout the rest of the scale, it will continue to automatically move you through, and eventually you will get to number 11, where the scale stops. This is the same as before, and once the 1B information is entered, it will automatically take you to 1C. After this, it will take you through 2, 3, 4, etc. until you are finished. As you enter in the information, the scale will automatically increase or add based on the information you input. Continue answering each portion of the scale according to your patient. Eventually you will get to number 11, the last section of this scale. Answer as you did before. When all sections have been completed, this screen will appear. This shows the number that you entered for each portion of the scale, and at the bottom is the total score. From here you can choose to look at the TPA information. You can email the results. If you click the main menu button on the right, it will take you back to the first screen we looked at. If you press back on any of the screens, it will take you to the previous screen. And if you click on the hat or dragon score, it will take you to further scores and scales. Let's click on the TPA exclusions button for an example of what one of these buttons might say. This gives an example of the exclusion criteria for TPA. You can read through it as you please, and by pressing the back button, it will take you back to the previous screen. Again, this will be the screen that will appear when you press the back button. For another example, let's click on the TPA dosing button. This gives you the opportunity to enter in your patient's weight, which will help you determine the total TPA dose that your patient might need. By clicking the back button, again it will take you to the previous screen, and by clicking the main menu button, it will take you back to the first screen that we saw. Because we have completed this screen, let's click the main menu button. This brings you back to the home screen, and you can go through any of the below scales the same way that we did before. Continue to experiment with this app. It can be very beneficial for you and your patients. This app can be purchased in the App Store by searching Neuro Toolkit. It is $2.99.